going on? What's going on? We are back, man. Week 4 recap, week 5 preview. How you guys doing, man? First off, please hit that like button. If you're watching the video, hit that like button. Make sure you are sharing the content and make sure you are subscribed to the Ken's Pat Talk Pitches podcast. As you guys know, I do call this is the Ken's Pat Talk Pitches podcast, but I do weekly recaps in the NFL. So this is just not a Patriots channel. I talk all NFL too, in a little bit of college. We can get into a lot more of this in the off season. Once the off season get here, we're a few months from there. So we really gonna go crazy during the off season. But the past few weeks, I've been starting I've been doing these videos on recaps of the NFL, some of the biggest games, man. One of the biggest games I want to start out with. Oh, guys, one more time, hit that like button, thumbs up. As soon as you click on the video, hit the thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, man. Bring you all your latest NFL news and some of the biggest games during my weekly recaps. Some of the biggest games this week. Well, last week, week 4. Starting off with the Thursday night game, prime time. Sam Darnold. Last time we saw him in prime time, he wasn't really good last year with the Minnesota Vikings, but this year had a good game against the Arizona Cardinals. They pretty much owned that matchup the last couple of years. They pretty much have. So Sam Darnold had a pretty good game, a couple of touchdowns, didn't really turn it over. Got a little bit from the running game and Kenneth Walker. That game came down to the wire. Marvin Harrison couldn't catch. Was just in his own way that game. I don't know if the moment was too big for him or what, but he was in his own way the whole game, and then he made some nice catches in the second half to the fourth quarter. But the Seahawks were able to prevail and win that game. So Seahawks are playing some pretty good ball, and I think they're 3-1 right now. So I like what I'm seeing from Seattle. Seahawks, very underrated team, the Seahawks. And the Cardinals, I believe they're still middle of the pack. I don't think they're there yet. Something's going on with the chemistry between Kyler Murray and Marvin Harrison, so maybe they can get things going. But I like them seeing from Seattle, man. Seattle's an interesting team. Keep an eye on the Seattle Seahawks. The Commanders and the Falcons. Commanders lost to the Falcons. They went down to Atlanta. Mercedes-Benz Dome was a pretty nice stadium, by the way. I went there a few years ago. One of my first NFL games was in that stadium. It was the Cowboys versus the Falcons years ago. But they went down to Michael Penix, and the Falcons, they got back on track after a disaster performance against the Panthers a week prior to. Keep in mind the Commanders did not have Jaden Daniels. They had Marcus Mariota. And if you know Marcus Mariota a lot, he probably only had 2 back-to-back weeks where he played pretty good. He played good the week prior against the Raiders. Then he came back down to earth against the Falcons. Falcons took over that game and they won that game. The Chiefs Ravens. Man, they demolished the Ravens. That game wasn't even close. I mean, I think the first quarter it was, but then the Chiefs just took over. Lamar turned the ball over a couple of times where I know he threw the pick. The Chiefs defense was all over him. Lamar actually hurt his hamstring, pulled his hamstring in that game. So he's probably not going to play this week against the Texans. We'll get into that game shortly. But Mahomes, man, looks like Mahomes threw 4 touchdowns. Tyquan Thornton, Hollywood Brown, Juju Smith-Schuster. Man, those guys are playing some good ball. Man, the Chiefs now they won 2 in a row, beat the Giants a couple weeks ago, Sunday Night Football. Now just beat the Baltimore Ravens. Hey, watch out for the Kansas City Chiefs. They're starting to wake up. You've seen this past couple years. And then I think when they get Rashid Rice back after his 6-game suspension in a couple weeks, they really going to be hitting all cylinders. They got a big game Monday night football against the Jaguars. Can't wait. That's a quietly sneaky game. Can't wait to see that game. And the Jaguars are playing some good ball. Let's see. What's another good game? Oh, in Ireland, the Steelers and the Vikings. Carson Wentz turned back into Carson Wentz. He played, like I just said about Marcus Mariota, Carson Wentz played pretty good against the Bengals the prior week with the first game missed Judge McCarthy. Came back down to earth this week, couldn't even get the ball off. The Steelers were sacking him, a couple of turnovers. Steelers defense starting to wake up, man. They've been playing better the last couple of weeks. So I like what I'm saying for Pittsburgh. Aaron Rodgers, no turnovers, a touchdown. They got the running game going a little bit. I like what I'm saying for the Steelers, man. Keep in mind that division, the Steelers can pretty much run away. Nobody's running away with it right now, but it's theirs for the taking. Lamar's gonna be out a couple weeks. Burrow out for the year with his turf toe, and the Browns just made a quarterback change. Dylan Gabriel's the starting quarterback now, not Shador, not Flacco. They benched Flacco. Now Dylan Gabriel's the quarterback. So it's that Aaron Rodgers is probably the best starting quarterback right now in the division. So the division's there for the Steelers to take it if they want it. The Bills got to they kind of struggled a little bit with the Saints. That game was kind of close. I think the Saints took a lead in that game, I believe, but then the Bills were able to prevail and was able to come back and win that game by double digits. I knew it was too good to be true to ask the Saints to beat the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo at that stadium, man. So Buffalo ain't gonna spend a lot of time on that game. Bills came back, won that game. Won by what, a couple? I think it was 31-19 or something like that. So they kind of dominated. The Bills haven't looked all that. They defense can be had. Defense can be ran on. They pass defense is okay. Well, it's pretty good, but they run defense is not good. So if you got a good running game and you can come in there and control the clock, Bills can be it can be had. They're 4-0. You only got two 4-0 teams right now, the Bills and the Eagles. But the Bills can definitely be had. They can be had now. So got a big game I'll talk about it shortly with the Patriots Sunday night football, man. Speaking of my Patriots, big win. 42-13 over the Carolina Panthers. Ted McMillan versus Gonzo was a pretty good matchup. Gonzo first game back. Held Ted, what, 2 catches for like 25, 30 yards. Didn't really do much. And that game was a blowout. I mean, the Patriots starters didn't even play the fourth quarter. They pulled the stars in the fourth quarter. Got so bad. Drake May looked magnificent. He looked magnificent. 3 total touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown, 2 pass touchdowns, 1 to Hunter Henry, one the other one to Mac Hollins. Stephon Diggs had 6 catches, 101 yards. Still hadn't gotten the end zone yet. Maybe he do that against the Buffalo Bills this week. Man, Drake May and Josh McDaniels, they're killing. Drake May, you start to see he's getting comfortable every week. He's starting to get really comfortable. So I get comfortable in that offense, man. So interested in seeing what they do this Sunday in Buffalo Sunday Night Football. Big time game for the Patriots. Eagles finally got over the hump and they beat the Buccaneers in Tampa. Keep in mind, Tampa was banged up. Baker Mayfield was dealing with something. Chris Godwin first game back. He hadn't played all year, dealing with the injury from last year. Mike Evans was out. They missing a couple of linemen, a couple of defensive players. So the Buccaneers were banged up, but Philly came in and finally got off the slide and they beat Tampa in Tampa. A big win for Philly, man, to go down there and do that, man. The Eagles are 4-0, and they're not even playing that good. A.J. Brown's complaining, but I'm not getting the ball. Saquon Barkley hasn't got going. I mean, they're getting outgained in some of these games too, but they're still finding ways to win. They're finding ways to win these games, which is crazy, man. The Eagles team is so talented, and I can see A.J. Brown possibly getting traded soon. If not by the trade deadline, I could definitely see him traded. I think this is last year in Philadelphia. That's just my gut feeling. I don't think, because Philly, they're proving that they can win with him. They're proving that right now that they can win with him. So my thing is, why would they continue to put up with that? You come in some days, you whine and being about you not getting the ball, but you're 4-0. So it's not about winning with him. It's about him getting his money and getting his stats. That's what he cares about. And he's not been getting that in Philly. So that's probably not for too much longer. That's not for too much longer. I can see him being moved. If not by the trade, I don't think by the trade deadline, but this offseason. Maybe the Patriots will make a play for him. They could use him. Maybe. Just saying. We'll see. Let's see. Sunday night football. How about them Cowboys? A lot of people thought they was gonna get blown out by the Green Bay Packers. Nope, that's not what happened. Not what happened. Green Bay got to a 13-point lead. Then they missed a field goal and things just went down here for their Cowboys. George Pickens got going. Had a 100-yard game, had a couple touchdowns, no CeeDee Lamb, and they still stuck with the Green Bay Packers. And their defense is terrible. I can say that about the Packers defense too. Paid Michael Parsons a lot of money. Didn't really do much against Dallas. Dak was getting that ball out quick. He did get recorded in the box score having a sack, but man, Dak was getting that ball so quick. I thought they did a good job game planning and staying away from Michael Parsons. I really believe that. I think they did a good job all week game planning how to get that ball out quick at Dak's hands. And Dak was a big time distributor. Didn't turn the ball over. Threw for 300-something yards, couple touchdowns. Dak Prescott looked good tonight against a so-called, supposed to be so good Green Bay Packers defense. Oh, yeah, Dak Prescott lit them up. And keep in mind, the Packers, they've been struggling the past couple weeks. You struggle with the Cowboys, who just almost got beat by the Giants. And then they lost to the Packers lost to the Browns the week before playing the Cowboys. Crazy how the NFL works, man, on any given Sunday. Who the heck thought the Browns would beat the Green Bay Packers? And they did it. So a lot of people shouldn't have been surprised that the Cowboys-Packers game was so close. Shouldn't have been surprising. But all in all, it was. So half of the Cowboys, man, they did it ended in a tie. Nobody won it. It was a tie. So the Cowboys are 1-2-1, and the Packers are 2-1-1. So we'll see at the end of the season how that game will really affect these two teams. But I just think the NFL should change. They got to tweak that. We can't be having no games ending in a tie. Come on, NFL. Can't be having no games ending in a tie. That's crazy. But that was a good one for night football. That's what I'm thinking. This week, the Patriots and the Patriots in the Bills Sunday game, it has to live up to what we just seen last Sunday night. And that was a good freaking game Sunday night, man. It has to. Monday Night Football, the Bills, not the Bills, but the Jets, 0-4. I mean, 0-4 now. We're playing the 0-3 Dolphins. Jets are 0-4 now. Dolphins won, but they won, but they lost Tyreek Hill for the year towards ACL, dislocated his kneecap, messed up a lot of ligaments, man. So it's not good for Tyreek Hill. Out for the year. Man, and he'll be 32, 33 next year. I think he's probably done in Miami. I think that was his last play in Miami. Yeah, I think he's done in Miami. He faced a long rehab for this ACL tear, but he probably won't even be here for 2026 season. So Tyreek Hill, they call him Cheetah. He's a fast wide receiver. That this surgery is going to really affect this injury. It's going to set him back a little bit. Stephon Diggs is still I know he just had a big game, 101 yards, but he's still not all the way back yet. But he tore his last October, but he went through training camp, went through the preseason, and he was ready week 1. And now he had a 100-yard game. So let's see how Tyreek Hill bounces back. But man, maybe that win, in some positive news, maybe that win can really get the Dolphins to really get them going, because they got the Panthers this week. They got some games coming up that they can win, but man, it was hurtful seeing Tyreek Hill like that, man. Very hurtful, man. And it wasn't like he was having a good year so far anyway. He's been struggling. The whole Dolphins team been struggling, but man, that's up for Tyreek Hill, man. I hate it for him. So I wish him a speedy recovery. The Giants, Jackson Dart got the first start, and they upset the Los Angeles Chargers. These are the Chargers. These are your Chargers. That's what they've been doing the past since before they got Jim Harbaugh, prior to Jim Harbaugh. They lose these games. They put up a stinker when you least expect it. You're supposed to go into New York and win that game. And they came out flat. Justin Herbert turned the ball over twice. They couldn't protect them. And Jackson Dart, his first ever start, coming in and relief duty from Russell Wilson. And that's the type of performance that the Chargers put up. And the Giants, they got their first win in the city. They're now sitting at 1-3, but Jackson Dart looked pretty darn good. Got sacked a couple of times, and he learned from a few rookie mistakes. But overall in all, Jackson Dart looked real good. He looked good against the Chargers, man. Got his first win against the Chargers, man. So hats off to Jackson Dart and the Giants. They got the Saints this week. So he might can get his second win this week, because the Saints are awful. Patriots do play the Saints week 6, by the way. But yeah, good for Jackson Dart. The second Monday night game, Bengals, they are a hot mess right now. Denver, they got off and they beat them. Jamar Chase looks frustrated. T. Higgins didn't really do much. That Denver defense came along, was playing real good. Cincinnati got to make a move. Burrow's out for you. Go get Russell Wilson, or go get James. Go get somebody, because Jake Brown is not going to get it done. I think Cincinnati's going to end up making a move. They're going to make a move here soon. Then we just have to see what they do, man. But yeah, they going to have to make a move. Week 5. Got some pretty good games. You got Jags, Chiefs, Monday Night Football, Patriots, Bills, Cowboys playing the Jets in the early window, Eagles playing the Broncos. So it's some pretty decent games this week. Steelers on the bye. Baltimore's playing Houston. That's an interesting game. See how they do without Lamar. And then tomorrow night on Amazon Prime, you got the 49ers. The rivalry is renewed. The 49ers versus the Rams. Sheffield just announced that Brock Purdy won't be playing. Ricky Pearsall won't be playing. I think Jennings is going to be out. Jawan Jennings is going to be out. So they got some injuries they're dealing with. And I think the Rams are pretty much healthy. Adam Stafford, Puka. I got Rams in that one. Rams should win that game. Matt Jones starting for the Niners. Yeah, Matt Jones starting for the 49ers. So that's going to be interesting. Mac Jones, quarterback at the Shanahan and 49ers. Everybody thought they were moving up to get years ago, but they came up for what's the quarterback name? Can't think of his daggone name now. Oh man, Lance. That's his name. Let me see. They came up for him and got him years ago. Let me see. I'm gonna get his name. I can't think of his name right now. I want to say Lance. Los Angeles Chargers. Trey Lance. I was close. Trey Lance. I forgot his name. 49ers gave up a lot to get Trey Lance, and now he's back on his 34 team now. Now they're stuck with Mac Jones, with Brock Purdy. He's out, I think, with like a toe injury. Not as bad as Burrows, but he's going to be out this game. So let's see what Mac Jones can do against that pesky Rams defense. So Patriots Bills, man, big game for the Patriots. Coming off a 42-13 win over the bad Carolina Panthers. Let's see how they come out Sunday. Sunday Night Football, prime time, everybody's watching. Let's see how the New England Patriots come out. Let's see how, if we come out with the right mindset, we come out hungry and want to build off that win from last week, we can definitely be competitive and win this game. We can win the game against Buffalo. But they come out flat, start out slow, it's going to be a long game. It might get ugly. So we're going to see Sunday night what happens with the Buffalo Bills and the Patriots. I can't wait, man. Can't wait. I'm doing my watch party Sunday night at 8:20. So you guys should, and please come by, check me out, man. So that's gonna be it for the week 4 recap, week 5 preview. Catch you guys next week, man. I appreciate it. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you share it too. Share it with a friend, and make sure you are subscribed to my YouTube channel, man. Cam's Patriots Talk Patriots Podcast. I also talk NFL news, man. So I had to come here and drop this video for you guys. See you guys next week, man. Appreciate it.